Claire and this is Elton, and we are UK Barn Finds. We bought a 1954 barn find Austin A30 at auction, which had been laid up since 1971. This car was going to be a non-running barn find car that we would use as a promotional vehicle at shows, but we fell in love with this little car. In previous episodes, we gave her a wash, and on our first tinker session managed to free the seized engine, and by some miracle most of the electrics still worked. Going with the flow and boosted by an enthusiastic comments from our YouTube viewers, we decided to try to get the old girl started. Will our lucky streak continue, or will our efforts be in vain? Let's find out.
We are going to attempt to start our beautiful Austin A30 barn find, and it will be the first start potentially in 52 years?
Yep.
52 years, so no pressure then. And so what's our plan of action?
I'm going to try and see if I can drain any fuel out.
Okay.
See if there's anything in there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some fuel in, because we want to try and do it with as many of the original components and see if the car wants to start itself, basically. So I'm going to try and draw some fuel through by then putting the fuel in the tank and sucking it through, just seeing what happens, because this car has tried to sort of work with us, hasn't it, so far?
It has so far.
So let's do that first, and then I'll think about jury rigging like a temporary tank and that. I need to whip the oil filter off if I can and put some oil in. There's no oil in there, so we can't do anything at the moment, all right?
Okay.
So don't let me touch anything until that's done, of course.
Okay.
And that's it, we'll just have a go, see what happens. I don't know if there's anything in there, Claire. Just smells of that horrible stale smell, but it's not damp. What I'm going to do, I'll, in that case, when we come to do it, I'll just put some fuel in and see if I can suck it through.
Oh, I do love the smell of petrol.
You shouldn't do it, it's naughty.
I know, but I love it.
So the other reason I'm doing this now before I do the oil, that way if it's going to leak out anywhere, at least we can spot it now.
Yeah, it sounds like a plan.
I don't think there's any right way of doing these things. I'm sure there's lots of wrong ways and we're doing them. I did have a look down the bores the other week when we freed the engine up. Don't really know what I'm looking for, but there was nothing drastic down there. There was a spark at the points. Whether the gap's big enough, I don't know until we start everything. So let's stick to plan A.
Yeah, one thing at a time.
Maybe when we get to about plan Z, we might have got somewhere. So there's some petrol in there. What I really need to do, I probably need to get you a light in here in a minute, Claire.
Yeah.
Is undo the fuel pipe where the fuel comes in from the tank.
Yes.
And then I'm just having a look myself. I do need the light myself, and then try and suck it from there rather than suck it from the top, because obviously if I sucking crud through, I'm going to suck it through the pump and everything if I suck it here. So I want to go as far back as I can along the pipe, see if that's clean first, and then I know that I can crack this one off and suck the one at the carb and see what happens.
Yeah.
There you go. It's out now, look. You see? Popped out there. So I want to get my vacuum sucker thingy on the end of that nipple there and see if I can suck any fuel through.
Oh, must be serious. The hoodie is now off.
That's like my nice hoodie. That's my posh hoodie, that one. I can't ruin that one.
Yeah, we don't want to ruin that, do we?
No. I've only got one of that style. Right, I've got to try and get that on there.
Okay.
Without bending that pipe, putting it under any undue pressure. Ah, there you go.
Yes,
Oh, look at that, Claire.
we have stuff.
Looks like Steptoe's teeth, doesn't it? So that should suck through now, and it should get clearer as we get to the nicer stuff.
Let's hope so.
Look, yeah, that's clearer now, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's have a look at what's left.
There you go. That's what was kind of petrol.
And lovely.
So for your benefit, Claire,
Yeah.
I was just going to see if I can suck fuel through the pump.
Okay.
So we won't know if the pump works,
Sure.
but we'll know if it's blocked.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Good. Can we have it written in the records that I made sense once? Right. So that's a problem at the moment. We're not getting fuel out of there, are we? I'll tell you what we could do then, Claire, is just first of all check that pipe itself. Right. That's fine.
Okay, so
That's
we know
fine.
that.
Right. So I'm going to just take that off again. See if I can get that lid off. That really probably didn't do much. Oh, do you know what? That's going to look like a complete bull, isn't it? Right. I'm going to try and clean that out. I only tapped that as well, didn't I? I couldn't get a swing on it. Let's have a look. We'll just get a bit of rag, a bit of cleaner.
Okay.
But then it looks like otherwise the pump's got to come off, which could be a pain in the backside. I'll try a bit of carb cleaner in there first. And if not, I might blow a bit of air in there. Right, let's clean the top of it out first. This is where I wish I had a smaller can, look. Cool, there is some gunk in there, can you see that?
Yeah, I can.
I don't know if you pick that up on camera. I'll try and get some out and show you. Yeah, look, there's bits like that. Get as much as that, and that's a bit gritty, so it could be that that's sort of clogged things up quite a lot. All I'm trying to do, Claire, because I'm just going by intuition, is just try and make sure all the passageways are free.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense.
Put some more cleaner down there and just do that a couple of times. You can see it looks cleaner already, can't you?
It does. It looks much improved.
Hang on. See that?
Yeah.
I'm just going to put that back together and see what happens this time.
Okay. Yay! We have stuff.
All right.
We have stuff.
Let's just leave that a second.
Okay.
See, many, many years ago, when I used to drink, I used to make homebrew, and this kind of reminds me of a similar colour, probably a similar ABV.
Yeah, I don't fancy drinking that.
No,
or your homebrew, dare I say it.
Pretty minging. Glad those days are in the past. Right. Okay. Great success.
Yeah, so far
we
so
have
good.
fuel coming through. Whether the pump works, we don't know, but that was just full up with crud, Claire.
Okay.
God, you got the best job, you have. I just want to move it out the way of the Fiesta. I'm just having a look. Hang on. Oh. So I can see the oil filter, Claire.
Okay.
What I'll do in a minute, I'll grab that camera off you. I'm just trying to find, there's like a Jubilee clip thing around it.
Right.
I'm not used to that. I just need to find a right screw to get in there. If you pass me the camera carefully, I'll show you. So there, for the benefit of anyone watching, is the oil filter. I think I just need to undo that screw. It's quite blurry, but that's kind of how I'm seeing it anyway. There you go. Oh, Jesus f***ing wet.
So it's loosening, but it's not making it easy for you.
No, this is the one thing that's fought me, and because I'm reluctant to jack the car up at the moment, it's not easy.
Okay.
I thought it was loosening like properly then, but now it's just kind of stuck a bit. God damn me, let me know when you want to have a go.
I can see you grappling here through the engine.
Oh, right, you can't reach, can you?
Probably not, unfortunately.
Oh. Bloody hell, how much thread is on here?
God, that was a moment, wasn't it? Jeez, oh.
Did you get that filmed?
Yes, I did. Under the...
Oh, I'll get it away from my belly, Claire.
Not showing your belly. Well, that was an absolute pig, wasn't it, to remove that?
Yeah, that was all right for you, wasn't it? So that is actually an actual filter. I don't understand what that bit is. Can someone tell me? I didn't undo it. Is it just for putting it on and off? Because there's no sort of grip on it. Right, let's see if the other one's got the same thread, because they don't look the same to me.
Okay.
Yeah, it does look the same.
Yeah, they look
Different type of
okay.
filter. You guys are like all the original stuff. How old is that one?
Yeah. Has it got any writing on there we can just about make out?
Oh,
Or?
I don't know, I've had enough of it. I'm sick of looking at it. Sorry. So I'm hoping it's going to be a darn sight easier to put back in than it was to come out. So obviously there's a thread in the side of the block here, just above the sump. Which, because I took that other filter out,
Yeah.
looks completely different. I couldn't even bloody see it. Yeah, just a nice clean hole there, because obviously it has been sealed quite well over the years. If that's on there, I just need to try and tighten it up. That's tight enough.
Awesome.
That was simple. Right. All I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some sacrificial oil in and see what happens.
Okay.
All right. If I was going to run the car, I need to use the proper. I've got mineral oil, but there are specific oils, and I've been told why to use them, because they don't collect the sediment. They let it sink to the bottom. These work on a different system to modern vehicles. So, but for now, I've just got some old car mineral 2050 or something that I'm going to use just for the purposes of this, and we'll see if it works. We're going to take our time, dear. All right? Because I don't want oil everywhere.
I wonder when this car was last filled with oil. Some point in 1971.
Yeah, there was a service bill somewhere, wasn't there? So we popped the distributor cap off, and I was playing around with the points, and there was a little spark.
Oh,
So
okay.
rather than change anything, because everyone was like, don't change that coil, for God's sake, please don't change that coil. I thought we'd just leave everything as it is and see what happens.
See how we go.
Yeah. We need to just check we've got enough water in the radiator as well. It's little silly things, I don't want to blow it, just literally. Just for the sake of getting a video, because that's not what it's about. We want to try and preserve this old girl, don't we?
Certainly do.
If we can keep her as original as possible. I'll be honest, we still don't know 100% where we're going with this. The original idea, we were going to just get this car and take it to shows, weren't we?
We were.
And say, oh, we're UK Barn Finds, here's a dirty car. Then everyone, including us, fell in love with it. So we're kind of being guided by people watching this, your comments, our time and resources as well, because they're not bottomless. And, you know, you never know. This could be the end, or it could be up and running and driving to a show. I don't know yet. I don't understand why it'd be full. It's showing us full. Over full, anyway. What I'm going to do, I just had a thought. I'm going to take the plug leads off again, crank the engine just to get some oil round.
Okay.
And then give it a minute whilst we're fiddling around and then try and start it, I guess. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm running out of everything. Just leave out all the linkages. Nothing there at the moment, is there? Nearly out of that. Oh dear. Try and clean up that. The lead on the coil.
Okay.
Whether I can get in there and clean anything, I don't know. There. Whilst the cogs in my old brain continue whirring, let me just quickly show you something else we've been up to. Right, let's go and have a look at this, our new Austin A30, 1955. This was delivered whilst I was at the NEC. Neil, the Ninja Gaskins, delivered it without Claire even realising she was indoors. I came home last night. I haven't actually looked at it yet. We didn't even look at it at the auction, did we, Claire?
Not really.
No.
Again, please don't do this at home.
But it runs. We know it had about £1,000 spent on it, on the brakes. I say it runs. Neil said he loaded it up and it ran fine, but when he got here, it didn't want to play ball. So it may just be fuel, it may be something else, but there she is. And if we have to push her up to the workshop, it's not going to break our backs, is it, Claire? So let's have a quick look. So we've paid about £2,700, was it?
It was, with fees.
Okay, so I don't think, if I'm looking now, first impressions, I think that's quite good. I don't know what else you get for £2,700. I don't even know why we want. I know why we wanted one. We've got that one that we're doing. We both want to have a go in one, don't we, Claire? Like sooner.
I think, to be fair, it was a bit of a compromise, wasn't it? Because I fell in love with the barn find one, but obviously the real intention for that one was that it was a show vehicle for us, and that we were going to really get it running, but preserve it in its current state. Whereas I fell in love with the car so much that I thought, you know, it'd be great if we actually had one that we could actually use.
And also, you know, we don't want to. You said about that one being a show one. I chatted to the guys on the Austin A30, A35 stand at the NEC, and they say that car has got some really rare bits on it.
Right.
You know, they weren't saying it, but I could read between the lines. They're saying, please don't, you know, go and just swap everything over for new, this, that, and the other. Right. So that could take some time.
Yeah.
And we'll get cracking on it soon. But this was re-registered or registered last year. I don't know what the exact story was. I don't know how that all works, whether someone's had the plate off and it shows as it was registered last year, because it is non-transferable. But I'm just looking inside, because I haven't been in here yet. I have not sat in this car. And look how lovely that looks, Claire.
Yeah, I love it. I love the colours, the blue and the black. It's
a bit different to the one we've got at the moment, isn't it? It's a bit more plush.
Yeah.
Like I say, they've spent £1,000 on it in one build that we've seen, but that interior has had some money thrown at it and time, hasn't it, as well?
Yeah, I think so, definitely. It certainly looks that way.
And the great thing is now we've got a kind of template for our own car, because we're
Yes.
looking at things and going, I don't really know where that's supposed to go. I don't know if it will look exactly the same under the bonnet, but well, we'll have a look, shall we?
Yeah, let's have a look.
That's round here, isn't it? Yep. Wow.
Looks familiar.
I can't remember, does that go in there? It's going in there for now anyway. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. So, it's a bit gloomy here. I don't know if you can see much through there, Claire.
Yeah, I can see.
I should have brought the lights out with me. So it's looks like a slightly different radiator, although it is proper old school. You've got the plate on it there. Different coil. We've got a really old original coil.
Right.
Air filter system still seems to be the same. It's an 803cc again. I can't see a great deal here, I'm not going to pretend, but I think I'll stick some fuel in case that's what the problem is when Neil said he was unloading it and it wouldn't start. And we'll just see if we can get it moved, shall we?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool. Actually, come back, Claire. I just
Yeah?
noticed another thing. This has got the heater in as well. Wasn't that like an optional extra?
Yeah, option extra. So
We haven't got the pipes here, though.
no.
That seems to just take it in from the engine bay. If it all works, we don't know yet. But maybe we've lucked out again, because
Yeah.
a heater would be lovely.
It would be
'Cause
awesome.
We live out, not in the sticks, but we're like a mile or two away from the nearest little town. And it would be a great car just for doing that, wouldn't it?
Oh, for sure.
So if we could do it in the winter as well,
Oh,
awesome.
it'd be great.
Right, let's go and see if we can get started. It's not having it.
This wasn't the car we were planning to do a will it start video
No,
on, is it, to be fair?
And the answer was no to both. I'm going to push it back gently first. Can you just try the brakes before we go to, no, when I'm pushing?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I know what'll happen. I'll push it down there and you'll run down the hill
Yeah.
backwards.
Yeah, I don't fancy that.
No.
It is.
Right, try the brakes. Ish.
They're all right.
Obviously, keep an eye out for the post behind you. Keep an eye out on me. Keep an eye out on the wheel, and there's an airplane up there. In case
Right, yeah, I can't do everything.
Can you see all right?
Not really, no.
I'll shout then.
Right, I've got to avoid this bloody post on the barn.
That's it. Now hard lock.
I've only got one hand.
How's the power steering?
Yeah, interesting.
Right. Brakes. Right. Hard right.
Yep, yep. Let me put
Go on,
this.
Miss Muscles. Here, I'll give you the camera set. Look, I want the world to see what a strong woman you are. He's getting there. Look there.
Oh, is she going to make it past that post? Yes. Right, straighten up. Oh. And we're going. I tell you what, it's a nice, quiet engine. This.
Hi. Doesn't want much. You just film me from the back, Elton, as I'm pushing. Crikey, you got a foot on the brake.
No.
I can't do both.
All right, give that to me.
I can't get up the ramp with one hand, love.
All right, I'll try and film and do this then. Things we do for our beloved viewers.
Yeah, it should be all right. Let me get you a run up.
Oh, Jesus. And she's in, she's in. What's our plan of action then?
I can't smell fuel,
Right.
so I'm undoing the fuel pipe, and that looks bone dry. I'm going to get a
okay.
receptacle. That's a good word, isn't it? A receptacle.
I'm very impressed.
And I'm going to get you to crank it.
Okay.
So, no, I'm not going to do that gag. If you could go and pull the lever when you're inside in a minute when I shout, and I'll see if any fuel squirts out. If not, there's either a blockage or the fuel pump, or, yeah, it just means that fuel isn't getting through. So bear with me whilst I find a receptacle. So, ready?
Yeah. No. I can't see any fuel getting in there.
I can't see any fuel getting through.
Right.
I left that jump pack down the other end, didn't I?
You did.
Let's charge the battery up,
And then come back later.
go and have a nice cup of chow,
Yes.
and we'll go from there, really. Right, Mr. Snap-on needs to do his job. You and I need to go for a cup of chow.
Indeed.
Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Coffee. And Storm Debbie is starting to worry me because that workshop door, one day we'll invest in a roller door, but until we can afford that, let's just get this shut before it blows off its hinges. Back soon.
The next day.
So as you know, Claire, I got a run-in last night,
I
didn't
know.
You got a little video clip sent at about 8:30, as did poor old Neil. You're never here at the best times. Happy days. But no, I am sitting in the house and I was just thinking about it after we were fiddling yesterday, and to me it had to be fuel. So what I did, you remember we took the fuel pipe off here, didn't we?
Yeah, and we tried to see if any fuel went into the bottle.
Yeah, when we cranked it.
Yeah.
And there was none.
Yeah.
So I basically, down there, you've got the fuel pump. I'll get out your way.
Yeah.
Just down here. Had a look in there. It's hard to tell much just by popping the cover off, but I gave that a little clean and stuff. Still nothing. I could get it to run for a second on easy start. So I took the fuel pipes off again and I blew some air through to see if there was a blockage that way. Still didn't work, but I was always thinking, I wonder if it's an air blockage rather than an airlock rather than an actual physical blockage. So what I did, if you turn around to your left, my right, this is the Sealy pump that I bought a couple of weeks ago, vacuum pump. Now that's two-stroke in there out of the old aerial behind me. But what I did, I hooked that up and sucked the petrol through, and it started coming through.
Right.
So I was like, okay, we can get petrol through. I then went back to the plastic bottle that we used earlier, because I was on my own last night, and just hooked it under there with that pipe in again,
Yeah.
and it filled up fuel when I cranked it.
Right.
So, and then, as you saw, got in the car and started. It was
Yeah.
fine. The only thing is, it was running well. There was a blow somewhere around the manifold, and because it's covered in gunk that we've been squirting all the sort of carb cleaner and easy start and all sorts all over there, it was quite fumy. So I didn't leave it running too hot, and I actually sat up here for about 20 minutes and cooled it down and waited for it to cool down and had the airline on it when it got quite cool. I was just paranoid it was going to catch fire. But
Yeah.
so today I'll just put this little bit back together, the air filter, check everything's done up. I'm pretty sure I did it all up as I was going along, but it's always best to check. What I've learned from this is actually quite good, because that's really going to help me on that. Because obviously we're going to have fuel issues on this because that's been sitting for 50 years.
Yeah.
Now I know how that kind of works. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but I've got an idea in my head. Hopefully I can make sure that we get fresh fuel straight into this when we start,
Okay.
rather than, make a lot of mistakes. So yeah, once we've got this one doing, we'll go for a little drive if it starts, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it. I can't wait.
We'll go around the farm.
Yeah.
And then I need to get cracking on this, because this is the one. But this one's quite nice too.
Yeah.
All right, let's get going. Thank you, Anglia Car Auctions, for another quality motor.
Yes, indeed.
We'll see. I say, you look bang on. Fancy coming for a drive?
Yes, I jolly well do.
Hop in.
So here we go then.
I did a wheel spin this one, so you should be pleased. Did you bring a fire extinguisher?
No.
Oh. Oh.
We are going.
I just need to get this door. This door, is it latching properly? No. Okay. That's better-ish. That's better.
Good.
Oh. It's like one of your gear changes.
So what's the gear change like?
Not really got used to it yet. It's very, it's not tight, put it that way.
Yeah.
Oh, don't want to go into fourth just yet. It'll take some getting used to for me, because obviously every car is different.
Yeah.
This has got a tiny little engine, it's 70 years old nearly. But yeah, they're going in. I think I've almost got some brakes as well, which is good. And I've stalled it, look at that.
Oh.
The carb definitely needs setting up.
Yes.
Alright, so you can hear it there, it's not liking it. We shouldn't need choke still, surely. Okay, we'll see what happens. It might be blocked up a bit, it might be a fuel issue, but we'll see how we get on. You can smell a bit fumey. I said the manifold was blowing a bit. Can you smell that?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
It's not the end of the world. That's why they invented windows. So in summary, I think you'll agree, Claire. I need to learn how to change gears on it.
I think you do.
The carb needs setting up. The brakes are probably what they are. They look all new, so I just need to get used to them. But apart from that, and the blowing it manifold, we can run it for a couple of hours here one day.
Yeah.
I feel confident just to, we go out for lunch or something.
Sounds lovely. So I'm loving this car. I
It
love
is
it.
fun, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it.
I like it. I don't know, taken back to a time we never lived in. It's bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but lovely.
It's cute. Your parents, my parents, they'd have been in a car like this, too. Do you want to have a go?
Yeah, I'd love a go.
Oh, God.
So,
To turn the key, it is a bit awkward. That's the
that's
fan.
the heater. We want to turn that off, don't we?
Well, you can do. So you turn it off now. I demisted the window, didn't I? Quite
Yeah.
powerful, isn't it? Well, that's it.
It's first time now.
Yeah. And
that's-
first is obviously quite over to the left.
Yeah, I'm
All right.
feeling for it.
I'm not sure that is first, but we'll find out. Yeah, it is. I'm getting to see how scary it is for you now, sitting here not looking where we're going.
Yeah.
But
Can we find third?
yeah, just watch out for Mr. Postman in case he appears down the bottom here.
I know.
Because you haven't got the greatest of brakes.
Now you tell me. This isn't a bad little turning circle on this.
No, it's actually better than I thought. Have a look. Oh my God. She's turned into a girl racer. I thought these were sedate, quaint little things.
Well, they do race them, don't they?
They do, that's true.
I'm loving this, Elton.
No. Oh my God, I'm not.
Woo! Let's go!
No. Please, Mummy.
I tell you what, the steering and the handling is really good on
I'm
this.
not being funny, you never do this.
Yay! I love this. We got to get this insured so we can get it on the road. Right, I'll stop now.
I think I'm going to get me insured first.
Let's see if I can get that second better. There you go.
Yeah.
You just have to slow right. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll just have one more.
That's what I said, wasn't it?
Just
It's kind of that
one
car, isn't it? You just want one more. I can't get her out of it now.
I love it. What a fun little car.
Good
that
job I
is.
haven't had breakfast yet, though.
Oh, come on. Don't be a wuss.
Okay, let's get back. Let's get cracking on the green one now.
Sounds good.
My dear,
Yeah.
I have found, well, I don't know if it's the problem, but I've certainly found a problem, and it could well be the problem.
Right, let's have a look then.
Right, so come here, please. If you come around the other side. So I was just trying to find out if we had power at the coil,
Yes.
and I didn't find any power at the coil.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay, but look what I have found. Can you see in here? Can you see where my finger is?
Not really, no.
Try and zoom in there.
Hang on. Ah.
So, I need to find out how I can quickly get that and splice that and join that. And, like I say, it may not be the problem, but it's certainly a problem,
It is a problem that needs resolving.
But it could be it. I
honest.
mean, I'm looking for power around here. I'm
Yeah.
lacking power around here, and there's a wire that's split in half.
Okay.
So I shall try and strip that. You're off on the school run in a minute, aren't you?
I am, so you can get busy with that while
And
I'm off.
I promise not to try and start it whilst
No,
you're gone.
don't.
All
You'll
right.
be in trouble.
Let's give it a go. Okay, whilst you've been off gallivanting on your flashy school runs,
Okay.
I've just, because we're trying to use everything original, I've just joined that wire up down there, you see?
I do, yeah.
Can you see it? Yeah, there you go. All I've done is I've used those heat gun solder thingy sleeves that I bought ages ago.
Okay.
I'll give you a link to some or something you can show people.
Okay.
I am getting a small reading at the coil now, which I wasn't getting before.
Right.
I haven't connected the coil for a reason,
Okay.
because I just want you to, I'm just going to crank, I just thought whilst I'm doing all this, I'm going to pop a bottle on there, pop inside the car, and I'm just want you to tell me if any fuel comes out, and we'll know if the fuel pump's working.
Okay,
But we
cool.
may as well check that whilst we're at it.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
If you carry on focusing there a sec, I'll be with you in a sec.
All right, okay.
Let me just crank that. I should be able to crank it without the ignition on anyway. Do you want a light or are you okay?
I think we're good.
Ready?
Yes.
Fuel, is there?
Yeah, definitely fuel.
Okay, cool. Ooh,
That's a good sign.
so still coming through a bit minging, isn't it?
Yes.
Don't try that at home. So ignition on. So that coil lead is really frayed. I've cleaned it up inside there. I don't know if that's what's causing the problem. It certainly doesn't help. I don't like the look of this. Can you see what I'm looking at?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't actually got a lot to go on here. I may have to make a, I mean, it's complete. Right, don't let me lose that, Claire. So if I cut that there, I've still got enough lead, haven't I?
Yeah.
Let's cut it first. About there. I'm just going to try and strip a bit of this off the end of this. It's quite rubbery. You see it in there, it's like stretching it. Alright, I might have to get a knife. There we are. Well, we know that's a bit of fresh wire.
Okay.
That looks solid to there, so remember to do it the right way round. That in there. We'll try and get that through there without dropping it. I think that went clear. Spread them out a bit, I guess. This is when I wish I had one of the knowledgeable ones from the club. Ow! Here with me. Right, let's move it out of the way. I don't think that'll do it, but I just didn't like that frayed wire anyway.
No.
I doubt we're getting a spark. No spark there, is there?
No.
Right, back to the drawing board. Clean up a few more things.
The following day.
Morning, dear.
Morning.
Where were you last night?
Sleep.
When I was in here till 10:30? No, I wasn't in here all night. I popped back out because I had a little idea. Just want to show you,
Oh,
right?
good, yeah.
Thought we'd check the coil, so I robbed a lead off a mini engine.
Okay, yeah.
If you watch that spark plug,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
hoping it will do it again, because I'm pretty
good.
sure last night. Ready?
Yeah, ready. Yes!
Is that sparking?
Spark.
Got a good old spark as well, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it was a good old spark. So what magic wizardry did you do? Because the
I
last
just-
time I left you, we'd splice that lead coming from the ignition coil, and that wasn't giving us much joy.
So I need to find out what sort of spark I'm getting at the plugs next. But I think
Okay.
before I do anything drastic, because I was doing a bit of reading up and people seem to jump in and replace this and replace that, and people are like, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
It stood 52 years, so everything needs to be cleaned up.
Okay.
I think it's as simple as, don't forget, it's an electric circuit, and if things are dirty, it
Yeah,
reduces
any
it a
dirt
bit.
or corrosion, it's not going to get a good connection, is it?
And you've got lots of different components, and if they're all dirty, it's going to have a knock-on effect, so you're going to get a weak spark, gets weaker.
Got you.
So let's just go through and have a little clean up. We've decided to test each spark plug one by one.
Yeah.
You like that, Boo?
Yes.
I could see that from here. Right, that one works.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You looking?
Yeah.
Did it spark?
Yes.
It did. Can you show me?
Yeah.
I'd get out of the way a sec.
Yeah, I will. Don't need to tell me twice.
Right, first thing I'm going to do is check the firing order. Then I'm going to whip the plugs out. I'm going to put some easy start down the bores because I think the carb's bunged up. See what happens. No, it doesn't want to start. So it's gone now.
One eternity later.
So we don't know, Claire.
Yeah.
I spoke to someone at the weekend. It could be a starter motor or the solenoid or both. It was working, as you knew. It was turning it over, and
Yes,
then
it
it
was.
suddenly, I'm not going to use the technical term that I would normally use. It gave up the ghost, didn't it?
It did.
I've got a new starter motor. Guys in the A30, A35 club, please don't shoot me, but it's possibly Chinese. I don't know, but I just want to try something. And I thought we'll just quickly run these on here so I can show you how a starter motor works. All I've done is, it feels a bit weird wiring up the negative there, but this is positive earth, isn't it? As we found out. So if I switch this over to 12 volt now, that should spin. Ready?
Okay.
Oh, and can you see that?
Yeah, there was a little puff.
That's not cool. We'll try once more. I'll show you again.
Yeah, let me zoom in on the stars later.
So I'm going to go and put on 12 volts. Ready, Claire?
Yeah.
Oh, doesn't want to know now. Look. Right, hang on a sec. Remember what we had to do before? Pull that out.
Yeah.
You see the smoke? I reckon we burnt it out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's lame. And I'll show you why that's lame.
Okay.
Because hopefully, if this one's any good, I mean, we will have a better connection here because this is all new metal anyway, but
Yeah. Yeah. That's quite a difference, isn't it, between the two?
yeah. So the next job is to fit that.
Okay.
But then, like I say, it could be, I'll just bring you over to the car.
Yeah.
The solenoid here is very, very old as well.
Right.
And the trouble is, they were all working. Everyone's seen that. I've seen that. You've seen that. But we've cranked it quite a lot trying to sort things out. So we've put a lot of pressure under it that it wouldn't normally have, because normally, you know, you start a car and that's it. You don't touch any of that until you start it the next time. So it could be that that's gone as well, but we can always bypass that for now. But yeah, I'll get the starter motor on and we'll see where we go from there. So starter motor's on. I guess the next thing is try and turn it over. Shall we give it a go?
Yeah.
Make sure it's not in gear. I'll see, because like I say, the solenoid could be done in as well now. That's not cool, is it?
No.
Right. Something's locked up there.
The next day.
We put this starter motor on yesterday and it didn't work. And the one we got today is exactly the same looking starter motor, obviously. So I wondered if there's a slight difference with an original Lucas one and these ones. So anyway, but then I thought I'll quickly just check the new one works. And then I had a look at this old one that we tried to fit yesterday, and I noticed when I pull that back like that, the Bendix or whatever they call it, and let go, that's supposed to spring all the way back there. That should literally fly out of my hand back there. So I had a little bit of hope.
So you obviously took the old starter motor off. Where did you take that to?
That's gone into town, Nacton Auto Electrical or Electrics. I'll have to double check that. Never used them before, heard loads about them, so I run that in there. They're on like a nice, fairly new business unit, but proper old school looking business.
Yeah.
And bloke said he's going to have a look and hopefully they'll be able to rebuild that one, because I'd like to put the original one back on.
Yeah,
it is
like
literally,
we said, we want to try and preserve what we can with this car.
And now I know how to do them. It's like a 10-minute job, but and I've got all the bolts nicely loosened up now, because that was what made it a pain to get the old one off. So yeah, there you go. I'm just going to reconnect the battery and then I'll show you something. Bear with me. Right, so battery's reconnected. The ignition is off, but I think you can still jump start it with this, make the engine turn over with this button, hopefully.
Yay!
Did you hear that? So that's spinning like a good one now. That's spinning a lot quicker than before.
Yep.
So the next thing is to try and see if we can just get it to fire a bit. If we do, I don't want it to run for long, I'm telling you now, okay?
Yeah,
so
no, that's
be
fine.
prepared to jump out of the way if it does.
Okay.
And grab a fire extinguisher.
I've got my revenge.
Okay. Not firing at the moment. So what we should have done at the start is a compression test. And we've done 3 so far whilst you were getting the camera.
Right.
And we have 0 compression, and I mean literally 0. So I'll do the last one just to say that I've done them all. But that means you will not be getting you'll get a does it start video, but the answer is no. Because that's going to be engine out, either rebuilt, another engine, something or other. Glad I was just given the go ahead to have the starter motor rebuilt, eh? There we are. Screw that in there. I've got to be careful with this compression tester because I just borrowed it. Because my one doesn't seem to work either. It's a week of nothing working. Right, there we are. Turn the engine over. Watch this shoot up all the way up there. Ready? Awesome. Literally sweet FA. Yeah. And then what I'll do, Claire, just to show you, I'll go and whack this on another car to show you what it should do, okay?
Yeah. For those watching, this is the black Austin A30 that we're testing the compression on.
And hopefully, is that connected?
Oh, yeah, straight away.
I can't hold me knobbing.
Yeah.
So there you go. What's that up to?
About
125,
yeah, about
130,
that, yeah.
which is what I think you said in Kim's book.
Yeah.
Got Kim Henson's book. Claire's been reading it. There you go. You've seen a comparison now, Claire.
Yeah.
That's what should be happening on the other one.
So that now means potentially we've got a lot to think about. We've got to
Oh,
think
yeah.
about the expense, because the engine's going to have, Trigger's just explained it all to me, the engine's going to have to come out,
Yep.
new pistons.
Yep. Oh, yeah. It's a
Bits
full
and
engine
pieces, like-
rebuild or
Right.
replacement engine. It's not a 5-minute job for someone like me, especially with the amount of other projects we have around us and life on the road as well. So we'll see. We'll have a think, Claire.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. I'm not going to make any rash decisions.
No.
But I am going to look at the fuel mixture on this one at some point because that's running a bit rich. So there you have it. Not even WD-40 is going to fix this one, and that fixes everything apparently. I don't know what to do. I'm putting it out there that obviously I'm going to need either an engine rebuild or another engine. I'm not that skilled anyway, so what do I do? You tell me. You're the guys who are driving this channel. I've got so much other stuff to do. Please take that into account. I'd love to spend all day, every day on this, but we need to pay bills as well. And we'll just wait for your feedback. And I'm sorry I couldn't get it started, but I was flogging a dead horse all along. We got lucky up until the compression. Everything else worked, and we still love this car, don't we, Claire?
We do, absolutely.
So thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, but above all, comment, because we need it on this one. Thanks. Bye.